Good evening, I'm Jennifer Meckles. We're following developing news in Denver tonight. A shooting in the last 2 hours north of downtown in the Whittier neighborhood. You're looking live at Gilpin Street, the 2900 block. Police tell us one person went to the hospital from this shooting. Still no word on the extent of their injuries or a possible suspect. We will have updates as we get them on our website, 9news.com. Also, right now at Chatfield Reservoir, rescue crews are responding to a water rescue involving 2 kayakers. This is near the Fox Run picnic area on the west side. That call came in just a little over an hour ago. They have found one person so far, took them to the hospital in serious condition. The second person is still missing. It's not clear how long both people were in the water. We have learned tonight a 15-year-old girl has died following a rollover crash on I-225 earlier this morning. Aurora police say she was one of 5 teenagers in a stolen car who were thrown from the car in that crash. Police say the teenagers were heading north on the highway when they lost control of the car, nearly rolling into oncoming traffic. 4 of the teenagers were taken to the hospital. A 5th one was released to family on scene. Officers closed all northbound lanes for much of the morning for this investigation. They have since reopened. It's still unclear where that car was stolen from or when.
Normally, thousands of cars travel this every day and never have any problems with it. If there are crashes, they're usually minor fender benders just due to normal rush hour and congestion. But when it is something like this, a possible rollover, usually speed is a factor.
Officials have not identified the teenager who died. This morning's crash happened just feet away from a memorial honoring victims in a different crash that took the lives of 5 people last summer. 2 young children from Longmont were reunited with their mom today after she survived a shooting at the hands of their father earlier this month. The family has a long road to healing, both the physical injuries and surviving domestic violence. Tonight, 9 News reporter Rhea Jha spoke to family members about what happened and their recoveries.
They were just so excited that they couldn't stop talking.
Martha Douglas Johansson walked her 7-year-old grandchildren, boy-girl twins, down the halls at Anschutz Hospital to see their mother.
It was a wonderful reunion for them, but difficult because she doesn't look like Mom right now.
The last time they saw her, they were in the back seat of her car, ducking down in their seats, not knowing if they too were going to get shot by their dad, according to this affidavit.
The day of the incident, the day of how do you even refer to something like that? It was chaos.
Martha says her daughter Nikki and the twins left her house to run to the store.
I heard a shot, and then I heard another one, and it seemed odd, and so I stood up and I could see out the window.
Martha says she looked out to see Brandon Allen, the children's father, standing in her driveway with a gun. Police say it was the 7-year-old boy who yelled to the neighbor to call for help.
They wake up sometimes at night with a bad dream, or they just tell me how sad they are. They miss Mom. I know it will be something they will remember for the rest of their lives.
Allen ended up calling 911 on himself, admitting he fired the gun. Allen is currently in the Boulder County Jail facing charges for attempted murder and child abuse, among others. Nikki is now recovering from the 2 gunshot wounds to her neck and thigh.
We're hoping that she can be transferred closer to home, but I don't know any of her disabilities that she will have, what her future of recovery will look like.
As Martha navigates the unknown, there's one thing she knows for sure.
That no matter what, we will get through it and life will go on, no matter what.
Now, family members are raising money to help Nikki with her medical bills and recovery. We have a link that will be on our website, 9news.com. Rhea Jha, 9 News.
You just really feel for the kids in this situation,
yeah,
but
really do.
they're okay.
They're okay
with
now.
Grandma and recovering.
Exactly.
All right, Rhea, thank you for your reporting. A child got hurt after falling 20 feet off a chairlift at Steamboat Ski Resort today. This happened around noon on the Sunshine Express lift. Steamboat says the safety bar was up, preparing to unload when the child fell. Ski Patrol took that child to the hospital. A family in Commerce City would like to see tougher penalties for drivers after they lost their 10-year-old child in a car crash. 10-year-old Grace Baca was in the car with her mom when Jay Gergen hit them in October of 2022. Grace was in a coma for more than a month before she died from her injuries. Gergen later pleaded guilty on Wednesday to careless driving resulting in a death, a misdemeanor charge. The maximum sentence for that charge is 1 year in jail and a $1,000 fine. Gergen got 45 days in jail and 2 years probation.
I feel like it's a slap in the face. to me and my community. We were really hoping for justice, and I don't think it's the justice that Grace deserves or my family. It does not feel good.
A foundation in honor of Grace now raises money for traumatic brain injury research and offers dance scholarships to aspiring performers. Firefighters in Boulder say an electric vehicle exploded in someone's garage this morning. It happened around 6 a.m. on a home on Emerald Road on the north side of Boulder. Everybody inside that house got out safely. Firefighters spent the morning ventilating the home and getting those cars out of the garage. Investigators are still looking into how that fire started. Tonight, one southbound lane of I-25 is still closed after a semi hauling diesel tank fuel crashed, spilling 2,500 gallons of diesel. It happened around 2:30 this morning between Castle Pines Parkway and Happy Canyon Road. That's just north of Castle Rock. When firefighters arrived, they had pulled the driver out of the truck. Then they used hand tools to pile up the dirt along the highway to stop that fuel from flowing. Hazmat was able to stop several of the leaks by pumping the fuel out of the truck, placing it into a standby tanker. The truck driver was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Let's take a live look over the Mile High City tonight. It was pretty sunny for much of the day today, somewhat warm, but we've got a big change-up coming in the next 48 hours, which, Corey, coincides with Easter morning.
Yeah, Easter morning is going to be great, but those changes are going to come to us here on the Front Range tomorrow night and bring us some wintry weather through the day on Monday. But up in the mountains, those changes are already happening. So take a look at the satellite and radar picture right now. You can see some scattered showers. These are actually from that next weather system that is inbound, and these will kind of slowly intensify through the night and really pick up in the morning hours and last all through the day on Sunday. But down here in Denver on the Front Range, much different story, mostly sunny skies with warm temperatures. Here's your forecast timeline for Denver. A lot of sunshine in the morning. Those clouds kind of move in about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll have a chance to pick up a quick rain shower, maybe a thunderstorm later on in the evening tomorrow. Here's your forecast highs for the rest of the state, and I'll talk about what that storm system will mean for us on Monday coming up in just a minute, Jenny.
Corey, thank you. Nearly a year and a half after a mass shooting at an LGBTQ bar in Colorado Springs, a new location has now opened for survivors in the community. Last night, residents gathered at The Q, a lounge space designed for the community. It is now located inside the Satellite Hotel in Colorado Springs. Michael Anderson and Tara Bush, who both survived the Club Q shooting, founded this space. They hope it can serve as a healing space for survivors. That shooting happened back in November of 2022.
Be able to have this venue be a part of healing and be a statement of resilience and strength, and that's what this is. Statement to the country and to the world that LGBTQ people are never going anywhere. You can do all sorts of horrific things and say horrific things, whether it's politicians or social media, but we're not going anywhere. And as a matter of fact, we're going to come back stronger than before.
Now, there was some pushback on this location from the 5 new members of the hotel board. They were worried about late hours, but since the previous board signed the lease, the Q is there to stay. The lounge's new hours are from 4 p.m. to midnight or 1 a.m., depending on the day.